For 3 nights in a row, a man came to my door pretending to deliver a package. On the 4th night, he stopped pretending. I live alone in a small rental house just outside the city. During the day, it feels normal. Not completely isolated, just quiet enough to be peaceful. But at night, it feels like the edge of everything. The street ends in a dead end, only 5 houses in total. And behind mine, nothing. Just open land and a thin line of trees that swallow the light. No street lights reach that far. After 8 p.m., the entire place goes silent. No cars, no footsteps, no distant noise. Just this heavy, unnatural quiet, like the world outside paused. I work from home as a freelance designer, so I'm almost always inside. I don't get visitors. And anyone I know always texts first. Always. So when I heard the knock that night, my brain immediately flagged it as wrong. 8:52 p.m. 3 slow knocks. Knock, knock, knock. Not loud, not rushed. Controlled, deliberate. Like whoever was on the other side wasn't in a hurry. I muted the TV and just sat there, listening. Sometimes houses make noises, pipes, wood, random settling sounds. I told myself that's what it was. Then, 2 more knocks. Closer together this time. That wasn't the house. That was someone. I stood up slowly and walked to the door. Each step felt louder than it should have. There's a peephole in the center. I leaned in and looked. A man was standing on my porch. Mid-30s. Dark jacket. Baseball cap pulled low enough to hide most of his face. In his hands, a small cardboard box. Nothing about him looked strange. And somehow, that made it worse. I opened the door slightly, keeping the chain locked. Before I could say anything, he spoke. Delivery. I need a signature. His voice was calm. Too calm. He held up a small handheld scanner, then read a name out loud. It wasn't mine. Not even close. I think you've got the wrong house, I said. He didn't respond immediately. Just looked down at the box, then at the device, then back at me. Then he read the address. My exact address. That's when something shifted. Not enough to panic, but enough that my instincts stopped relaxing. No one here by that name, I told him. He didn't apologize. Didn't look confused. Didn't check anything again. He just stared at me. For a second too long. Then he nodded slowly. Must be a system error, he said. A pause. I'll come back tomorrow. Tomorrow? That didn't make sense. If it's the wrong name, why come back? But before I could ask, he turned and walked away. I stayed at the door, watching through the peephole. He walked down the driveway, past my mailbox, toward the end of the street. I expected to see a delivery van. Headlights? An engine? Anything. There was nothing. No vehicle, no sound. He turned the corner and disappeared. That night, I locked everything. Twice. And told myself I was overthinking it. But something about it didn't sit right. The next night, 8:51 p.m., almost the exact same time. 3 knocks. This time I didn't hesitate. I already knew. I walked to the door, looked through the peephole. Same man. Same jacket. Same box. Standing in the exact same spot. That's when it clicked. This wasn't random. I didn't open the door. You came yesterday, I said through it. It's the wrong address. Silence. Longer than before. Then he replied, "I just need a signature." Same words. But something had changed. His tone was flatter, like he wasn't asking anymore. "I'm not signing for someone I don't know." Another pause. Then instead of leaving, he stepped back and just stood there. I stayed at the peephole, watching. He slowly turned his head toward my living room window, then the side of the house, then back at the door. That's when I understood. He wasn't delivering anything. He was studying the house, mapping it, learning it. After about 20 seconds, he turned and walked away. Again, no vehicle. That's when the feeling changed. This wasn't a mistake anymore. On the third night, nothing happened. No knock, no movement, nothing. And somehow, that was worse, because now I was waiting for it. Fourth night, 8:50 p.m. I was in the kitchen when I heard it. A knock, but not on the door, on the side window. I froze. Another knock. Same spot. Closer. More deliberate. I slowly walked into the living room, heart racing. I checked the peephole. He was there. But this time, he wasn't holding anything. No box. No scanner. Nothing. He knocked again. Harder. Then stepped back and looked directly at the peephole. I stepped away instantly. He knew. Or at least, he suspected. I didn't move. Didn't breathe properly. Didn't make a sound. After about 30 seconds, he walked away. That night, I didn't sleep. The next evening, I made a decision. No lights, no TV, no noise. If he was watching, I wanted him to think no one was home. 8:52 p.m. 3 knocks. Then 3 more. Then silence. 1 minute. 2. Then I heard something else. From the back of the house. A soft metallic sound. Like someone touching the door handle. Then slowly, turning it. My chest tightened instantly. I grabbed my phone, called the police, whispering. While I was on the call, I heard it again. The back door knob. Turning. Stopping. Then turning harder. Then a scraping sound. Metal. Against the frame. He was trying to force it. And then I realized something worse. There were 2 of them. Because at the same time, there was a knock at the front door again. They were testing both sides. That wasn't random. That was planned. Then suddenly, everything stopped. Silence. The police arrived about 10 minutes later. They checked outside. Fresh pry marks. Right near the back door lock. The officer looked at me and said, this wasn't his first time. The next night, I didn't stay there. I went to a friend's place across town. Didn't tell anyone. Didn't post anything. Around 9 p.m., my phone rang. It was my neighbor. She said someone was at my door, knocking. Over and over. For almost 10 minutes. I told her to call the police. This time, they caught him. No delivery truck. No uniform. No company ID. Just a car. With empty cardboard boxes. A fake scanner. And a list of addresses. During questioning, he admitted everything. He would knock first. Pretend to deliver something. If someone answered, he marked the house as occupied. If no one answered after a few nights, he came back later. To break in. Then he said something I still think about. If the lights change, it means they're gone. I moved out 2 months later. And now, if someone knocks at my door at night, and I'm not expecting anyone, I don't answer. Because sometimes, they're not trying to deliver anything. They're just checking if you're home.